Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the national anthem. The words are on page 11 of the program. Please be upstanding for the academic procession and remain standing for the national anthem.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purposes of presenting degrees. Might I start by acknowledging the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains and the land upon which our campuses at North Terrace, Waite and Wirrasworthy are built. It's terrific to see Bonython Hall filled again this afternoon for our graduation ceremonies. Can I welcome all of our distinguished guests, particularly our graduates, their parents, friends and loved ones. Days such as this are certainly a day of pride and satisfaction for our students, but also for the university. It's a day of reflection, achievement of the past, and perhaps more importantly, thoughts of the challenges and the opportunities going forward. You would know as well as I that we live in a very fortunate country, blessed with natural resources and with people who are hardworking, resilient and resourceful. Previous generations of Australians have laid down this sound foundation, and now you, armed with new knowledge, new skills, have your opportunity to make a contribution. And as you think about your contribution, I hope part of that will be to serve people who have not enjoyed the opportunities that you've had. But above all, enjoy it, have fun. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, go out and be the change that you want to see in the world. I look forward to presenting your degrees shortly, but before doing so, I'd like to introduce today's orator, Mr. Andrew Cole. Andrew has more than 20 years' experience in exploration and operations in the resource industry. He's held a variety of exploration geoscience roles, as well as 10 years in mine development, mine management operations around the globe. Andrew, at the current time, is the Managing Director and CEO of Oz Minerals, and he has occupied this job since 2014. Andrew is particularly passionate about leading and developing people, creating safe workplaces, driving continuous improvement. In case you're not aware, Oz Minerals is a copper-focused international company based here in South Australia. In 2019, they expect to produce more than 100,000 tonnes of copper and more than 120,000 ounces of silver. That will value in yearly sales just over $1 billion. And Andrew's company employs more than 2,000 South Australians. He is also Councillor of the South Australian Chamber of Mines and Energy and a co-chair of the University of Adelaide's Energy and Resource Advisory Board. We are delighted that Andrew is here this afternoon, again making a great contribution to this university. Would you please welcome him?
Firstly, thank you very much for having me. What a tremendous honour to be here to recognise many years, I'm sure, of very hard work to get to where you have today. So congratulations to all of the students graduating today. It's a huge honour to be asked to come and provide some of my thoughts about what careers are like and the challenges and opportunities you have in front of you. I'd also like to recognise the families, the friends, the parents who have supported you over the last many years. Quite often that goes unrecognised, so congratulations to you for supporting the students who are graduating today. As has been referenced, I'm the Chief Executive Officer from Oz Minerals. So to provide a bit of reflection on my career, I need to go backwards a little bit because it was 28 years ago when I was sitting right where you are, and I graduated in geophysics. And I only just scraped through university. It was by the skin of my teeth. I got a job relatively quickly, and I moved into a very technical role in industry. And I was told from a very early age that I was a technical specialist, that my job was to service and support other teams in our industry. But it was very clear to me and very clearly stated from many people that you can't be a leader in society, in organisations as a technical specialist. And I believed that for quite a long time through my career until it dawned on me that that's actually not the case at all. So one of the key messages I'd like to leave with you a little bit later on is about being the master of your own destiny. You've been working for the last 4, 5, 6 years, I'm sure many of you, very hard at building your technical competences. But what I want to talk to you today is not about your technical competences, it's about your social skills. So as a technical specialist coming into the world, that technical profession, those technical skills will serve you very well. What will make you successful, however, is the combination of those technical skills with your approach to people. Everywhere you go in society, whether it's socially or in the business community, we are surrounded by people. The way you behave, the way you act, the way you treat other people, the way you support other people is what will determine whether you are successful, or not successful. And it's something you need to think on and reflect about continuously through your journey. You will find people that will tell you you can't do it. You will find people that will tell you it's not the way to be done. You'll find people that challenge what you want to do. My message to you is to trust your instincts, take risks. Risks come with opportunity. You need to step into those opportunities. If you feel uncomfortable, that's probably the right place to be. You need to be pushing your boundaries so you can actually define your own career paths, and do not let other people stand in the way of those aspirations that you have. You are defining, and you will define, the rest of the next chapter for planet Earth and the families and the societies that you are stepping into. So that society is going to depend on how you step into it, how you forge that direction, and how you define it. Don't let other people take that away from you. So I'd like to say congratulations. Please be humble in your journeys, in your careers. There are many, many smart people in this world. Quite often the best thing to do is to listen. And I would also say as introverts, as I suspect many of you are coming through your degrees, you have a fantastic strength in being able to listen, and listen very well. And being able to listen is a core attribute of a leader. What you also need to do, though, is then take those listenings, take those learnings, and be able to apply them. For the extroverts in the room, I'm quite often get asked about introverts and extroverts. So for the extroverts in the room, one of the core things you need to think about is stopping and listening before you actually speak and actually impart your wisdoms. So we all have strengths, we all have things that we bring to the table, but I think it's really important that you recognise other people around you also have strengths, and together you can actually do some very great things. So congratulations on this momentous day for yourself. Congratulations to the parents and the families that are here to celebrate, and I wish you all the very best in your journey ahead. Thank you.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I would like to thank Mr. Andrew Cole for his stimulating and inspiring address. We are honored that you have taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. So please join me once again thanking Mr. Andrew Cole.
I will now receive candidates for degrees. I call upon the Pro-Vice-Chancellor Student Learning, Professor Philippa Levy.
Chancellor, I, Professor Philippa Levy, Pro-Vice-Chancellor Student Learning of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have all fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Kevin John Skess, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. I call upon the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Peter Ashman, to present the graduates.
Chancellor, I, Acting Executive Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Katrina Faulkner, present to you graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Nahidia Abdul Kalari. Muhammad Azri Abdul Razuk. Aliyah Norina Ahmad Fazla. Arif Fikri Ahmud Nizam. Muhammad Amarul Ikwan Alias. Lauren Amato. Joshua Noel Angelis. Joseph Julio Aman. Albert George Atkins. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Anthony Babb. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Theodore George Balamenos. Paul Bayron. Mark Anthony Owen Bilton. Amin Dalbab. Wei Tong Sai. Yun Su Chang. Yat Lum Cheung. Noor Shazwani Izati Sheikh. Mitchell Clifford. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Rachel Louise Crozier. Thomas Dharma. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Samuel George Lawrence Darling. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science, Sarah Muzoho Diggins. Fung Yi Ding. Alexander James Donald. Calvin Fung. Gemma Annette Frost. Hongyu Fu. Mitchell James Getsy. Zachary Ryan Giles. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Stephen Anthony Jimenez. Cohen McCallum Groth Godfrey. Mateo Zion Godi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Dion Guajera. Jahe Hun. Connor John Holdback. Jihao Huang Fu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Samuel James Hutton. Siti Aisha Ismail. Min Xuan Jiong. Yifei Jiao. Inan Jin. Thomas Raymond Jolly. James David Katika. Sean Robert King. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Matthew Robert Klink. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Matthew Kozarev. Carlo Labazetta. Max Darcy Lang. Nicholas Patrick Larson. Rachel Siwa Lian. Dongfeng Li. Jihui Li. Jen Li. Hao Lin Liao. Yue Chung Lin. Siwan Liu. Zhexian Liu. Jialin Lu. Peng Hao Lua. Jia Bao Ma. Denver May. Mohammed Arif Zakwan Mazlan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science Biotechnology, Trenton Mills. Nurul Aida Ashikan Mohammed Azizan. Mohammed Zafadli Mohammed Hasnan. Ben Mullen. Nuet Kai Nyor. Albert Nguyen. Li Hong An Nguyen. Tai Nok Tam Nguyen. Alex Joseph Nyman. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Andrew Jack Olson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Georgia Lauren Sugars Osborne. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Taj Remington Piera. Geeth Ravashan Subasingha Pinawala Apu Hamalaj. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Michael Scott Poynton. Zehao Chu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Manan Rafiq. Muhammad Iwan Rosley. Eric Sansom. Gianni Federico Severino. Muhammad Azim Samsul Anar. Samuel Robert Shepherdson. Vince Raffaello Solano. Guayang Swen. Huang Yi Swen. Amanda K. Gua Tan. Kevin Tan. Sam Thomas. Tai Trong Tan. Ching Ying Chai. Zachary William Turnbull. Thomas Jacob Verco. Huei Vu. Fushan Wang. Mingjian Wang. Jack Andrew Whaley. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Sean Malcolm Whittier. Hung Wu. Yan Min Wu. Bon Nan Shia. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Rachel Shi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Jia Xu. Shiwen Yan. Ik Jung Young. Zeran Yang. Chin Shin Yu. Mohammed Zahir Aman Zakaria. Jia Wen Yang. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Matthew William Zool. And Mohammed Karul Ikwan Zulkarnain. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Civil and Environmental, Joe Mario Jacob. Jiong Le Yu. Le Ma. Shuling Su. Xiao Quan Wu. And Rayyan Jung. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Mining, Naomi Rosita Sagasolo. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Mechanical, Adnan Abdullah T. Abadi. Shui Jia. Rayjen Katukaran. Mohsin Khalid. Amit Kumar. Xin Shu. Vivek Hitendra Thakar. Bao Yang. Zehui Zhao. And Shuang Zhang. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Civil and Structural, Juan Fei Bian. Yanjiang Chen. Wen Dong. Ze Jingzhu. Wei Guo. Jiafang Hong. Xiao Danyang. And Xuan Yu. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Chemical, Raghuraman Kalyanakrishnan. Tin Tang. Kwe Don Tran. Sehao Wang. And Zhehao Xiao. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Aerospace, Magrank Pratap Singh. To the degree of Master of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled An Evaluation of Petroleum Systems within the Billaloona Subbasin and Adjacent Structural Regions, Northeastern Canning Basin, Peter James Hawke. For a thesis entitled Hydraulic Flow Zones and Reservoir Characterization, Tuan Jia Huang. And for a thesis entitled Investigation of Tensile Creep and Tension Stiffening Behaviour for Ultra-High Performance Fibre Reinforced Concrete, UHP FRC, Mohammed Mamin Ul Islam. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Multivariate Modelling of Geological and Geometallurgical Variables, Dr. Emmanuel Addo, Jr. For a thesis entitled Experimental Investigation of Damage Evolution During Strain Burst in Brittle Rocks for Deep Mines, Dr. Selahattin Akdag. For a thesis entitled Pore-Scale Visualization and Geochemical Modelling of Low Salinity Water Flooding as an Enhanced Oil Recovery Method, Dr. Tammy Amarian. For a thesis entitled An Efficient Modelling Technique for Analysis of Thin-Walled Laminated Composite Beams Having Open and Closed Cross-Sections, Dr. Arash Asadi Hansari. For a thesis entitled Spectroscopic Imaging of Multiplex Bioassays Encoded by Raman and SERS Tags, Dr. Umar Azhar. For a thesis entitled Brace for It, Assessing Lumbar Spinal Loads for a Braced Arm-to-Thigh Lifting and Bending Technique Using a Musculoskeletal Modelling Approach, Dr. Erica Bocage-Govero. For a thesis entitled Geological Characterisation of Australia's First Carbon Dioxide Storage Site, Dr. Francesca Marie Dance. For a thesis entitled Characterising the Performance of Vortex-Based Solar Thermal Particle Receiver Reactors, Dr. Dominic Michael Waldorf Davis. For a thesis entitled Characterising the Structural, Petrophysical and Geochemical Properties of Inverted Fault Zones, Dr. Natalie Debenham. For a thesis entitled Flood Hazard Characteristics at the Global Scale, an Observation-Based Perspective, Dr. Hong Xuan Do. For a thesis entitled Small-Scale Batch-Fed Biomass Gasification and Combustion, Dr. Thomas Kirch. For a thesis entitled A Mechanism-Based Approach to Constitutive Modelling of Quasi-Brittle Geomaterials with and Without Fibre Reinforcement, Dr. Lin An Lee. For a thesis entitled Large-Scale Flow Characteristics of Multiple Annular Impinging Jets Within a Cylindrical Chamber, Dr. Shan Long. For a thesis entitled Investigation of Lamb Wave Propagation in Pre-Stressed Plates with Applications to Structural Health Monitoring, Dr. Munawar Ahmed Morabat. For a thesis entitled Liquid Chemical Looping Gasification, Dr. Mohammed Mohsen Sarafraz. For a thesis entitled Pipe Wall Condition Assessment and Leak Detection Using Paired Pressure Sensors with Hydraulic Transient Analysis, Dr. He Shi. For a thesis entitled Three-Dimensional Measurement of Spinal Kinematics and Whole Body Activity Recognition, Dr. Samuel Alec Sobey. For a thesis entitled Task Allocation and Collaborative Localization in Multi-Robot Systems, Dr. Nicholas David Sullivan. For a thesis entitled Tailoring Cathode Nanostructures for Performance Improvement of Non-Aqueous Lithium Oxygen Batteries, Dr. Hung Wang. for a thesis entitled The Efficacy of Moringa oleifera as a Practical Application for Sustainable Water Treatment, Dr. Frances Elizabeth Williams. For a thesis entitled Complex Hollow Structured Anodes for Sodium and Potassium Ion Batteries, Dr. Fung Xia Shi. For a thesis entitled Intracellular Microenvironment Triggered Co-Delivery of Anti-Cancer Drugs and Genes, Dr. Sun Ho Yoon. And for a thesis entitled Assessment and Stabilization of Micaceous Soils, Dr. Jia He Zhang. Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences for this ceremony.
It's now my great pleasure to present Dr. Dominic Michael Waldorf-Davis, who was presented this afternoon with a Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Davis will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who have just been presented with their awards. Dominic.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, guest speaker, friends and family, and to today's celebrated graduates, congratulations on your achievements. It is the culmination of a dedication to learning and many hours of study. The lectures, tutes and assignments, experiments, paper and thesis writing, examinations are over, and today is a time to celebrate. I'm incredibly excited to graduate today, to celebrate this achievement and to begin the next stage of my life, and I'm honoured to be giving this valedictory speech to you. Though I'm also feeling nostalgic, because as well as the hard work we've put in towards our academic achievements, our university experience has also been characterised by friendship and self-discovery. What I've personally loved about our university environment is that it welcomes all, and that each person can find a group or place to belong, whether that has been part of a university club, sports team, study group, research group, or just a gathering of friends at the uni bar or a cafe on the campus. I myself have loved being part of the Engineering Society and the German Club, and especially the Adelaide University Football Club, which is a hugely welcoming sporting club. The university is also a place that makes it possible for us to develop diverse interests and to add breadth to our learning experiences through double degrees, additional diplomas, or university-held seminars. I found that a diploma in languages provided an excellent complement to my engineering studies. In this welcoming and diverse university environment, I've made some of my best friends through lectures and tutes and pracs here at the uni. I even met my partner in a German class. I'm sure that this story is echoed for many of you, and that these friendships will endure as we take our next steps beyond university. In the coming years, we will look fondly at our university years as a formative time when we made strong friendships and began to realise our place in this world. When I started at the university in 2009, it was my first foray into the adult world. It was a time of discovery, not just about what the world had in store, but also about myself, what my interests were, how I would respond to life's challenges. At the same time, I was starting to go out to bars and pubs, move out of home and travel by myself. At the university, I was learning engineering principles of problem solving. I had to improve my time and project management skills. I was beginning to pick up on D and read news articles and take an interest in politics and world issues, challenges like a changing climate and what were the possible engineering solutions to it. Here at the university, we learn that the world is an interconnected place. Regardless of how different we may be, there is common endeavour to study, research and learn, and find solutions to problems. During my studies, I was able to represent the university in this common pursuit through an exchange to Munich in Germany and through research collaboration with universities in Switzerland and Italy during my PhD studies. These were important learning experiences for me, where I discovered that we have more in common with those in other places than what separates us. There is no doubt that our time at the university has been one of significant self-discovery, fostered by the environment around us, the wonderful and diverse teachers and supervisors we have had, and our colleagues, you who are graduating today. But as we leave the university and go out into the world, it is perhaps for some of you, and me included, a pretty daunting prospect. It is a big world with many opportunities, but also some significant challenges. But how can one university graduate, out of the almost 8 billion population of this earth, really make a meaningful contribution to solve challenges such as a changing climate, an excess of human waste, the need to feed the world's growing population? One of the things my time at the university has taught me is that any contribution, no matter how small, is meaningful. What may seem not so significant in isolation will combine with other similar contributions to solve some of the biggest engineering and social challenges. I would like to share a quick story from my PhD studies. In my research, I looked into the possibility of applying solar thermal energy to an energy-intensive mineral process to replace the combustion of fuels that are currently highly CO2 emitting. To do this, I was lucky enough to visit a laboratory in Switzerland and perform experiments with their solar simulator facility. And I had to take with me a bunch of equipment, which included a small device we developed to feed particles into a reactor. The feeder was composed of a long, clear plastic cylinder filled with glass ball bearings, metal tubes, and a number of electrical cables connected to it. As I packed this into my luggage, I realized this resembled something like a bomb. With this realization, I started stressing, how would I explain this to the airport authorities, that this was just for some engineering experiments, and that I had the lofty goal of trying to reduce society's reliance on fossil fuels? And then, to continue packing my bag next to the bomb-like device, I had to pack the particles I was planning to feed into the reactor, which were essentially a fine white powder packed away in a series of plastic Ziploc bags, at which point my concern only magnified. At the airport, it turned out that my fear was actually quite ill-founded, and I arrived in Switzerland without troubles and was able to complete some very interesting tests, showing with my colleagues for the first time that solar thermal energy could be used to carry out the process. An exciting venture indeed, but what I mostly take away from this is that this was just one such small contribution to transitioning our energy usage to being less reliant on fossil fuels. Some of you have already made similar contributions in the work you've completed to get to this point. Many of you will go on to make hugely important contributions, and all of you will face some challenge along the way, but I'm certain that the problem-solving skills developed here, as well as the sense of responsibility to use your education for the benefit of society, have left you better equipped to address these challenges. As we graduate from the University of Adelaide today, I implore you, today's engineering graduates, to take with you the fantastic education we've received here, the friendships and connections we have made, and the self-awareness we have developed to be socially responsible, innovative, problem-solving engineers. Use these to make your contribution towards improving this world in any way that you can. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. Before we wrap up this afternoon's graduation ceremony, can I again offer my congratulations to all of our graduates here this afternoon. Be proud of what you've worked to achieve and remember those who've helped you to reach this goal. I wish each and every one of you every success in this new exciting phase of both your life and your career. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and ambassadors. Over the years since the university was established, its alumni have made enormous contributions, both here and throughout the globe. And today, you join over 147,000 alumni located in 134 countries throughout our globe. Could I thank our Mace Bearer and Dominic, and also Andrew Cole for his address. It would also, I think, be appropriate to recognise the work of our professors and academic staff in guiding our students through their academic journey. I do, on behalf of the university, thank you very much. Now, I'd ask all the graduates to remain seated, for everybody else to rise and join me in once again congratulating our graduates. Would the audience remain standing, would our graduates now rise for the academic recession? I now declare this congregation adjourned.